Is the screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll start now. Have all of you entered your names and roll numbers in the chat box?
Yes, sir.
I think several of you still have not written. Those of you, I'm just looking at this glance. So those of you who have not written, kindly write your names and roll numbers immediately in the chat box. And then in the meantime, let's continue. So far 87 people have joined. Good. So where were we yesterday? Can you recall? Yesterday we were discussing how to prepare profit loss account and a balance sheet. That is how to prepare two financial statements, one profit loss account, one balance sheet. Just as a quick recap, I can tell you that while preparing profit loss account, we transfer all expenses and income to this account. All expenses and revenue, you can say, to this account. So this by now you must have a grasp, you must have understood. The expenses will be recorded in the debit side and revenues will be recorded in the credit side. Further test was that all revenue and expenses will not be recorded like this. For expenses also, we may have two classifications. That is, we may have direct expenses and indirect expenses. All direct expenses are recorded in an account known as a trading account, and the difference is transferred to profit and loss account. So we record all indirect expenses in that account. Whatever is the difference between the two will either be a profit or loss that will be taken to the balance sheet on the liability side. Well, is taken to the liability side. I am repeating the statement. The statement is that I am writing in the chat box. Balancing figure of profit and loss account is taken to balance sheet liability side. You also know, if it is a profit, it is added to capital. If it is a loss, it is subtracted from capital. But I'll stay on up to this statement only. That is, balancing figure of profit and loss account is taken to balance sheet liability side. Can anyone of you explain? First explain, then I'll ask you something else to do. Can anyone explain why do we take it to liability side? And not to asset side? Can you see the
Can you repeat the question?
Can you see the statement on the chat box?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You all can to read it twice. I am also reading loudly. Balancing figure of the profit and loss account is taken to balance sheet. Whatever is the balance in profit loss account, it would either be an asset, it would either be a profit or loss, whatever it is taken to liability side. Nominal nature of profit and loss account. Okay. Before you start answering, let us discuss and then I'll ask you what to do. Any other explanation? Any other explanation?
So profit or loss is transferred to capital account, sir. So
Can you explain it from the point of view of the accounting conventions?
So, sir, profit and loss account, whether it is a profit or a loss, it will affect the capital account. So either it will increase or decrease in the capital account.
Okay.
So This is why we push it to capital side.
What was
Sir,
my question? Talha, what was my question? The question was, I repeat, the question was, can anyone you explain it, taking the accounting convention into account? Okay. Ordinarily, a layman would think if there is a profit, okay, the profit earned by a company, is it an asset, capital, liability, or what? Profit earned by a company.
Asset, sir.
So it is capital.
Capital, sir.
Is it?
Because you need to repay it to the
Sir, capital.
owner.
Capital.
So-
Or, okay, one of you saying it is capital. Any other answer?
Sir, we got profit or loss by subtracting expenses from the revenue. That's why the profit or loss which we added to the capital side.
No, this answer is correct. My question still remains unanswered. This is where the test of understanding lies. I am repeatedly asking you, can you explain it with the help of somebody wrote a conservatism, which is not. What is conservatism? My question was, can this be explained in the light of expected losses are to be counted for, expected gains are to be ignored? It starts with the word expected. Is it expected or a definite profit that we are talking about?
So definite.
That means it does not qualify the meaning of conservatism. Here I'll repeat what I would have said several times. See, doing something is one thing, understanding process is something, but why do we do so? That is more important. Why should we do so? What are the rules? How those rules theoretically can be put into practice? You would be reading things, just give me a second. You would be reading a lot of text in your entire MBA, lot of things you will study, but the importance lies in applying those concepts, in applying that understanding in your real life. So this is what I am spending more time. A separate legal entity. Now, Lavnesh, can you explain? Writing will take time. Why separate legal entity?
Sir, because business and the owners are different and the profit is earned by the businesses. So which is to be, paid to the owner in the future.
Paid to the owner, correct. Paid to the owner, which is to be paid to the owner. Which is to be paid to the owner. Therefore, it is added to the capital and liability side. What is the capital in terms of asset, capital and liability? Capital in a sense is your internal liability. Originally, equation is written as A is equal to C. Asset is equal to capital. Capital is further then divided into two, internal liability and external liability. Internal liability is internal liability of businessmen towards business. A businessman is considered as an agent only, one who carries on business, who carries on the particular activities on behalf of business, somebody who is interested. So the directors of company are in essence agent of those who have contributed money. Shareholders have given their money, so directors are custodian of their money. Directors are acting on their behalf, so they are liable to, they are accountable to, they have to do whatever shareholders ask. So this is how in reality what happens is different, but at least on a piece of paper this is how it is governed. Whatever shareholders want, directors are duty bound to do so. They have to do so. That is why it is considered as a liability. Good. Now let us move on. So you have decided that capital will be added to, profit will be added to the capital. So once you do so, you come up with a statement like it is appearing on the balance sheet and on the screen, and your both sides will be equal. If this is clear, let me take you to little more exercise and then we will proceed. I have uploaded the teaching material Have all of you downloaded, or still some of you have not?
Sorry, sir.
I have uploaded the teaching material on the website, and I informed you using the WhatsApp group, the teaching material. Just I can allow you to share your screen. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm sharing.
Oh, you can do that. Okay. Enlarge it. No.
Sir, this
This
page?
is 68.
Yes, sir. 68.
68, page number 68, where it is written illustration 1, consider the following trial balance. Just 1 second, this one, correct, hold it here. Okay, take a bit up, little bit up, move little bit up, थोड़ा सा ऊपर करिए इसको, थोड़ा सा और ऊपर, no, it's just the opposite. Yes, और थोड़ा सा ऊपर, बस, hold on here. Now, each one of you, look at these figures. What does this, you need to classify them into 5 categories. So capital is clear, it is C. What is sales?
Revenue.
Now you come up with the answer.
Sir, revenue.
What is
Revenue,
it in terms of revenue? This is R. What is purchase?
Expense.
Expenses.
Expense. Correct. What is salary?
Expense.
Rent, rates and taxes.
Expenses, sir.
Expenses.
Interest. Now, 1 second, hold on. Those of you who are commerce, they need not answer. Other than those, should try to answer. What is interest income?
Revenue.
Between the two, one account could have been made. The balancing figure of rupees 51,000 would be your interest paid or earned.
Earned, sir.
You are looking at two figures simultaneously. Now, 7th example. Ultimately, you earned more or you paid more?
Paid more.
Paid more.
Paid more.
Yes, paid more. Because paid is 176 and earned is 125. So how much did you pay it for more? How much did you pay? 51.
51,000.
There's difference between the two. That means this company paid more interest than received, and this is the situation. Okay, transaction number 8, bank loan, what it is?
Liability.
Liability. For the time being, assume that the word loan does not appear here, only bank is mentioned. Then what would it become?
Asset.
Okay. When do you call it bank as an asset? Stop here for a second. Recall that in one of the slides I asked you which accounts will always have a debit balance, which accounts will always have a credit balance. Do you remember that there was a slide like this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
In that slide, what did we decide about the assets account? Asset will always have a debit balance or a credit balance?
So all physical
Debit balance.
debit balance.
Always debit balance, because whenever there is an increase in asset is debited. So asset cannot decrease below 0. Or can asset decrease below 0 level? No, cannot.
No, sir.
No. You have 10 rupees in your pocket. How much can you spend? Maximum 10? Or can you spend 11 also? You have 10 rupees in your pocket. How much maximum can you spend?
10.
In cash. In cash. And through your bank credit card, how much can you spend? If you have 100 rupees in your bank, can you spend? You can spend even much more than what you have, because it will be overdraft. So in the current example, the decision basis would be which side of the trial balance is the amount given. The amount given is in the credit side, therefore it is a loan. What is returned in what? Asset, liability or expense or revenue, what it is?
Liability.
Okay, any other answer?
So this is sales return, so you'll deduct it from sales.
This is what procedurally you do. You have stated correctly. So this is revenue negative. So negative revenue can be considered as an expense in terms of expense and liabilities. Procedurally, whatever you have said is correct. You write sales 100 rupees, 20 rupees worth was returned. So you will write minus 20, and in the final column you will write rupees 80 as sales. Just opposite will be true for return outwards. Return outward means purchase return. You bought some goods and part of it you returned for any reason. Carriage inward refers to the expenses a company incurs in taking goods into its factory, bringing goods from outside into the factory. Carriage outward refers to the amount company spends on selling goods. You have sold goods, you are taking it to the godown or to the factory or to the place of your customer. So the amount that you spend like that is known as carriage outward. So both of them are what? Expense, liability, or what? These are all
Expenses.
expenses. Income tax paid,
Expense.
Expense.
property plant,
Asset. Asset.
Assets.
debtors.
Assets.
Asset.
That's it.
Can you move this one? 16. Move this screen a bit above, Nafis. Little more. Come up to 18.
Scroll it a little.
Scroll it little above. 16th is creditor. 17th is cash and bank balance. What is cash and bank balance?
Assets.
Asset. Last one is the suspense account. What is it? Let me first explain to those of you who have not understood what is suspense account. How many of you, do not understand the meaning of suspense account? Just apply a wild guess. Those of you who are listening it for the first time, what could it be? Any idea what could it be?
So liability.
No, I am asking first its meaning. For example, if you say creditors, you can explain that creditors are the persons to whom we have to pay in future, from whom we might have bought goods and services on credit, and we will pay them in future. This company will pay them in future. So this is the meaning of word creditors. Likewise, what is the meaning of this word suspense account?
Sir, doubtful entries.
Yes. Who is Faizan? Yes, Faizan.
Doubtful entries.
Say it again, but loudly. If not, I'll explain.
Doubtful.
Doubtful. No. See what happens when you prepare your books of accounts. You record in journal, transfer them to ledger, take out balances, and take it to trial balance. This is what you do, isn't it? So you have
Yes, sir.
a trial balance, and in the trial balance, both sides were not equal. Both sides were not equal. And the difference between the debit and credit side in the current example was how much?
Say 81,000.
It is appearing on your screen. 81,000 means your debit side has a different total and your credit side has a different total. Now take out your mobile phone. Okay, mobile phone you are using for that. Take out a piece of paper. Tell me in the current screen which is appearing now on current screen that you are seeing, what would have been the total of debit side and what would have been the total of credit side? Do you need some time to calculate, or you can say it without calculation?
So 52.
What is the total of credit side?
92,94,000.
Credit side total is very much clear. 53,75,000. What should be the total of debit side? 53 lakh.
52 lakhs.
Yes.
94,000.
94,000.
Straight away the difference between 53.5375 minus 81. This would have been So in order to make the total of both sides equal, the balancing figure is 81,000. So we record this figure as suspense account. Now, what could be the reason of suspense account? There can be several reasons, hundreds and thousands of reasons of suspense account. This is a result of so many errors, so many mathematical errors. Maybe your total of one of the ledgers was incorrect. Maybe the total of several ledgers were incorrect. Your difference that you took out from balances were incorrect. There could have been so many errors in your books of account, and the total of all of them is 81,000. So what happens procedurally? You don't wait, you don't continue trying to find out this mathematical error, because if you continue finding it out, you may get it within 10 minutes, within 2 hours, 3 hours, and you may take months and years before you can reconcile, before you can find out this balance. Therefore, what procedures, what law requires, whatever is the difference, take it to suspense account. Take it accordingly to the balance sheet. Close the chapter, and next year start, let us say from 1st January, continue finding out the errors. Accordingly, continue correcting it. The balance may come down from the suspense account, or the balance may increase also. If it increases, no problem, you continue. A time will come when this balance will be reduced to a zero. Because as and when you find out an error, you will make the corrections. Once the corrections are made, when the errors are rectified, so suspense account balance will become a zero. So suspense account is if you have some mathematical errors because of which your trial balance does not tally. So balancing figure or difference between debit and credit side can be is called as suspense account. Can this total or can this figure of 81 or any other figure appear in credit side also?
Yes,
or
sir.
no?
Yes, no.
Yes, sir. All right. All right. This is what so the idea of giving you this trial balance or this piece of paper was so that we know which account is recorded on which side. Once you are clear about recording which belongs to which category of the accounts, like is it asset or a capital or liability, then you can create or you can make profit loss account and balance sheet. Like there are 18 heads of account which are appearing here, there can be 1800 heads of account. All of them would belong to one of those 5 categories. But it is very much important for us to know which is to be recorded where. Once you are clear, only then I'll proceed to the next. I will once again refer to some more pages and ask you through WhatsApp group to go through them clearly and find out which one is to be recorded where. And then perhaps if there are doubts, you can ask in the WhatsApp group, and you will be in that, in a sense, you will have developed a lot of understanding, and then we will take the next this thing. So now let me check what should we have discussed now. Today we were at this recording we have done before. This is our 16th class, isn't it? No, 16th, it is 17th, because Calcutta Motors we did not do. So we are at preparation of profit loss account and balance sheet. This part I have explained to you. One more exercise on preparation of profit and loss account. So this exercise I'll be able to give it to you. Just one second. Make a note. 16th we did like this. 17th also we did, and today is 18th. All right. So this exercise I'll give it to you. I'll explain it either with the help of these notes, or maybe some other exercise can be given. So this part is perhaps over as on date. Before I go on recording opening entries and recording closing entries and adjustment entries, those will be possible only if the situation up to this stage is clear. So I'll stop here for a few minutes and ask you if there are some doubts up to this stage. You can seek clarification. If not, Nafis, you can stop sharing your screen. Nafis, can you stop sharing your screen?
Done, sir.
Let Nafis withdraw. I'll show you the screen which we were. Sorry. Nafis has to stop sharing so that I can bring it mine. You can seek, I mean, in the meantime, seek certain clarifications on whatever we have discussed so far. Yes. This is what we were here when I had explained to you. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
It's visible. It's visible. So if we move this screen, see, there is a possibility of showing profit and loss account in this form also. The one that you saw was like this. In debit side, you were writing expenses, credit side, you were writing income. Another form of profit loss account could be in this form, wherein you calculate the profit like this. You write sales figure, you have material cost, you have labor cost, you have factory overhead expenses, etc., etc. So your cost of production total becomes this 1, 2, 3. No, it should be 2, 3, and 4. Material cost, labor cost, and factory overheads. So this is 2, 3 up to 2, 3, and 4. 2 plus 3 plus 4 becomes your material cost. If you say opening stock of fresh goods and closing stock of fresh goods, it becomes cost of goods sold. That is 5 plus 6 and minus 7. The difference between 1 and 8, that is sales and cost of goods sold, becomes your gross margin. From this, if you subtract administration expenses, distribution expenses, financial charges, that is from 15. What is 15? Just 1 second. Let me enlarge it. From 9, that is gross margin, 60,000. You subtract 10, 11, and 12. The difference that you get becomes your net profit. So this is an alternative way of showing, but from the legal point of view, from the rules point of view, the one that I showed earlier, this is how it is prepared. It doesn't look like it is appearing on the screen. It's quite a complicated, not complicated, rather quite a comprehensive exercise. This I have included somewhere in my discussion, where understanding, just date 23, understanding a published financial statement. There I'll explain to you how do these statements look like. So profit loss account will not appear on one page. So you will see, I mean, in details, and you will appreciate how is it distributed or shared with the shareholders or distributed amongst the shareholder. But this is also one way. And likewise, we can prepare profit loss account in alternate form. We can also prepare balance sheet in another alternate form. Like we start with cash in hand, cash at bank, book dates, investment. So this total becomes total liquid assets. If you concentrate on this slide a bit more, you will come to know what are different types of assets, which I explained to you in the beginning also. So cash in hand, bank balance, these are all your asset. Book date is your asset. Investment is your asset. So total becomes liquid asset, 1 to 4. Materials and supplies, prepaid expenses is equal to your non-liquid assets. If you add your liquid as well as non-liquid assets, it becomes total current assets. Then before I go on, can you tell me what is this bills payable? Asset, capital, liability, expense, or revenue?
Liability.
Sundry creditors.
Yes, sir.
What are these?
Liabilities.
Outstanding expenses.
Liabilities, sir.
Can someone explain what is outstanding?
So those
Yet to be paid.
yet to be
To be paid at a later date. Examples?
So
Electricity
tax.
bill.
Is electricity bill is an example of outstanding expense?
So salaries.
Is it an example of outstanding expense?
So salary due but not yet paid is
Yes,
outstanding.
yes. Salary is due but not paid. Similarly, somebody said electricity bill due but not paid. Can you elaborate it? What I have said? Can you elaborate? For example, electricity bill received but not paid.
So basically, here we had
It's
to
not
pay
paid on date.
Any other way of explaining it?
So basically, we had to pay electricity on suppose 31st of March, but
Correct.
we have like moved on from that date, and but that was due on that particular date on 31st March, but we have not yet paid. So in future, we will have to pay that expense. That is why we record it now as an outstanding expense. Outstanding expense means which was due
Okay.
but not yet paid.
Similarly, can you explain? Can any one of you explain rent also as an example? Because after that, I have a question. Suppose we say outstanding rent, or we say rent payable. Explain the situation. Explain the situation. Rent due but not paid. Yes. Rent due but not paid.
Sir, suppose the rent is due on 31st of a month. So at that date we have to record the entry, but we can pay the particular rent at a later date. So in this case, we'll record two transactions. One, the expense will increase, and another, the liability also increases.
Have you all understood? If still there's a doubt, ask me. So what you all have said is correct. Rent due but not paid. The explanation you have given is correct. And similarly, the expense, the other example you give are correct. I am writing something on the chat box. I'll ask you to see and then answer it. Okay. Wait for a second. I have written here. I'll share it with you. And then I have written here rent due but not paid. Right at this stage, you cannot see screen, isn't it? The chat that I have written, can you see that or not?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, it will be visible. It will be visible only once I post. So let me read it first. Rent due but not paid, or electricity bill due but not paid. We need to record these expenses. The question is, which accounting convention is guiding us here? Now type your answers in the chat box. Start typing immediately. Which accounting convention is guiding you here? Write one of the 12, 13 conventions that I have discussed with you. Start writing immediately. Whichever convention comes to your mind, start writing. Don't take this much, write fast. I think rest of you have gone to take a cup of tea. That is why they are not active. Yes, more answers. And if in case I don't see the answer on the screen, all that I would conclude that you left the meeting or you were not attending the meeting. This is the only conclusion I can draw. Okay, we'll stop it here. Let me explain now. See, when you record a transaction, it is always recorded. Just hold on. It is always recorded following certain conventions, certain principles. You record it. I mean, you won't record it for the sake of recording, or you won't record it, like this only. You record. You record it following certain assumptions or certain conventions. So the question was, which accounting conventions are you following? So you tried to, you tried to answer them. Some of you have answered matching, accrual, conservatism, do not know, and one of you have recorded periodicity also. Now, you might have, one of you must have certainly seen KBC. So the moment somebody wrote accrual, it followed. Several of you wrote accrual. So you want me to go by this Janta choice or whatever was called? Public opinion. What was the correct word for that? क्या कहा करते थे उसको? Audience poll. तो आप लोग ऑडियंस पोल से जाना चाहते हैं या किसी लॉजिक से?
लॉजिक
से। तो लॉजिक होगा
लॉजिक सर।
लॉजिक। तो क्या हुआ होगा, किसी एक ने अक्रूवल लिखा और फिर सब ने उठा करके अक्रूवल लिख दिया. मे बी करेक्ट, नॉट नेसेसरी, लेकिन एट टाइम्स रॉन्ग भी हो सकता है ये. तो किसी ने लिखा है, 90% लोगों ने अक्रूवल लिखा है जो कि सही है, जिन लोगों ने लिखा है पीरियोडिसिटी या कंजर्वेटिज्म या मैचिंग, उनके लिए मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूं. आई थिंक नाउ वी आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स आवर क्लोजिंग टाइम. दिस पार्ट आई विल एक्सप्लेन टू यू लेटर, बट ट्राई टू आंसर इट विद कन्विक्शन. वॉट एवर यू फील, डू नॉट गो बाई अदर्स चॉइस. आपका जो अपना असेसमेंट है वो लिखिए. अगर इफ यू आर राइटिंग रॉन्ग, आई एम देयर टू एक्सप्लेन टू यू व्हाई इज इट रॉन्ग. दिस इज व्हाट द पर्पस ऑफ क्लास शुड बी. And those of you who have still not written the answer, I'll consider them as absent. So we will meet. No, we are not meeting tomorrow. I'll decide if, in case required, I'll send you a message about the class, whether we will or we will not. For the time being, it is enough. I'll post some other things also to you in the WhatsApp group. For the time being, now you can leave the meeting because you need to join another meeting. Okay.